They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Cousins on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Rhino! Wide.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Cousins now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. He may try. The ball comes out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big gain of 31 on third down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Get up!
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Get up! 12! Gun. Right! 11!
Now Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Gun. Space. Go!
Throwing again, Ryan. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
21! 22! 11! Get up! Let him go!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, But you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You know, Charles, it is hard to believe that we are sitting on the doorstep of Thanksgiving week. Already that time of year, but it always gives us good football. One of the games on Thanksgiving, Chicago and Detroit, that'll get the party started at 12:30 Eastern.
One of the traditional games, Detroit hosting, Dallas hosting, but in this case, we will stay in the Motor City. And this is the longest-running annual series in the NFL. A lot of people think about Detroit and Green Bay or Chicago and Green Bay. It's Detroit and Chicago. They've met at least once a year since 1930, 178 times total. And they just met 2 weeks ago in Chicago and going to do it again.
We're going. Let's go.
Second down, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Falcons coming back out here onto the field. This has been a team that's had an interesting season. The rough start, and they picked it up some. As you look in your crystal ball going forward down the stretch, what do you see for the Falcons?
Well, I think on the surface you would think the injuries are just too much to overcome on the defensive side of the ball. But the way they've been playing recently, they put everything on the offense and just asking the defense to do just enough. And the offense is really giving them great play because Matt Ryan can throw to Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, the rookie Calvin Ridley, Tevin Coleman and Ito Smith running it and catching it. They're starting to put up points in big numbers and making people chase them each and every game.
And they may want to start to pad some wins now because 3 of their last 4 in the regular season are on the road, including trips to Green Bay and Carolina. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's it, baby. That's it.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, Tuesday. Gun. Hey. 21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
That's right. Check three. Hey, red land. 21. Look out.
From the gun, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Gun. Get up! 21!
On third down, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Charles, as Minnesota takes the field here, let me get your thoughts on what you think of them coming down the stretch. The 1-3 start. And we talked about their start last year, too. But is this a team that is being overlooked by others in the NFL right now?
I don't think so. I think that the teams that they're playing know how capable the Vikings are, and they realize that not only is the defense starting to get back to what they were last season, but that Kirk Cousins getting more and more comfortable with the weapons he has at his disposal. I think maybe we in the media on the outside are overlooking them a little bit because they've taken some losses to some significant teams so far this season. But I think down the stretch, you mentioned their start last year. They were 2-2 to start last year, 1-3 this year. They know how to put together a string, and this team could be dangerous come December.
Yeah, they've looked a lot better since that 1-3 start. Throwing is Cousins. Busts through the tackle. And Cook has it left side. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Wide. Yellow. He's in there. Yellow. Move.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Gun. 20. Hey, Tuesday. 39. Get up! White!
On second down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. Listen to me.
On second down, Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Sherrills. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
They'll drop the throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a tight, low 3 is our score heading into the 4th. After the interception, here's Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
21.
stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Get out! Wait! Ready, set!
On second down, here's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Daniil Hunter getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
21. 12. Right. Hey. Let go.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
11. 21. On.
From the gun, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
We're going. Let's go. Where's your hot?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 48 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Move. Lucky 50.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gun, gun, gun! Gun, gun, gun! Oh, wait, he's not up! 11! Gun, gun! Alert, flare! Wait! 39. Go!
Now Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's Matt Bosher now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Sherrills to return it. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is Freeman. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Let's go.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game.